to talk about something that's been on my mind for a while. And you're going to like this topic, especially if you're a fan of the Sims series, or franchise, whichever one you want to call it. Very much like I am. I do dabble in it here and there. The Sims, I love the game, but honestly, it's starting to get a little bit boring. And if I'm being very honest, it started getting boring a long time ago. Now, hear me out. We definitely need to have a conversation about this. If you don't know, the Sims franchise is owned by EA. And honestly, EA has not been the best company in recent years. EA has built a reputation for frustrating players with this aggressive monetization strategies, especially through microtransactions and loot boxes. And specifically, you could say with the Sims expansion packs. Games like Star Wars Battlefront 2 and FIFA are often criticized for being pay to win, where players can spend real money to gain advantages. EA has also been slammed for churning out annual releases with minimal charges, making games like Madden and FIFA feel repetitive. And many fans are frustrated with the lack of innovation and the fact that many of these games are riddled with bugs and technical issues at launch anyways. Beyond that, EA's treatment of developers and beloved game franchises have put them in even more backlash. They've bought studios up like Westwood and Visceral Games only to shut them down or rebrand them, hurting creative talent in the process. They've also been criticized for locking up content behind paywalls, shutting down servers for old games, and mishandling fans' expectations. And EA definitely prioritizes profit over player experience. EA's prioritization of profits over player experience has led to widespread dissatisfaction. And it's no surprise that many players have a love-hate relationship with the franchise. And before we continue, I'd love if you could leave a like and subscribe for all the gaming news, reviews, and analysis. It really helps my channel. Now, let's jump back to The Sims. The Sims is a massive franchise, but when was the last time we got a fresh game? 2014? The Sims 4 came out that year, and since then, it's been expansion pack over expansion pack. EA keeps pushing out these expansion packs, but the base game is starting to feel really stale. We keep hearing new game in the works, but we still haven't seen anything, and that rumor has been since like 2018 at this point. And it's so funny because people are so upset that Rockstar is taking so long to release GTA 6. But you know what? The Sims has a pretty huge audience too, and it's been nearly a decade without a major update to the franchise of the core game. Think about it. The Sims isn't some small indie game. It's a flagship EA franchise and it's barely evolved. And just like Rockstar's GTA, The Sims used to come out with so many games back in the day. Just to name a few, we have The Sims Life Stories, The Sims Pet Stories, The Sims Castaway Stories, My Sims Kingdom, My Sims Party. And just to give an idea of when they released the first Sims to the Sims we had now. So basically, the first Sims came out in 2000, The Sims 2 came out in 2004, and The Sims 3 came out in 2009, and then The Sims 4 came out in 2014. So it seems like every few years they were pumping out games, and now all of a sudden with the release of The Sims 4, they all of a sudden want to slow down. And it makes me wonder why that is, because they have such a huge audience. So what happened? Let's start with talking about the expansion packs. The Sims has a ton of them, and to be fair, the expansion packs isn't just a thing that happened in The Sims 4. They had them pretty much with every Sims game that came out. And don't get me wrong, some of them are fun, but let's be real, they are way overpriced. And I think the game is technically free now, but honestly, it's boring without those expansions, and after all these years, it's the same stuff over and over. And some of the expansion packs alone are like $40. That's pretty much the same price that the game was. Now with all these expansion packs, that's gonna add up to hundreds of dollars. Even if you catch them on a sale, they're still pretty expensive. Expansion packs used to add so much excitement, but now it feels like they're just reskins or tiny updates. Create-a Sim features are getting old, and the worlds they introduce aren't anything that's like truly groundbreaking. Like, it does add some excitement. Why should we pay so much for content that feels recycled? And to be honest, that's where modding comes in. People are looking for more customization besides the plain Jane stuff that they're given in the game. Better features and honestly a better overall experience. Modders are picking up where EA drops the ball. If you want anything new or innovative, you have to go outside of the official game at this point. And something that I know I've talked about before on this channel is the crashes and glitches, which we should even get started on that. It's 2024, the game is still glitchy. How are we expected to enjoy a game that doesn't even run smoothly? It's not a minor issue, this stuff is frustrating, and it's ruining the experience for a lot of people. And the truth is, there is about to be some major competition. Inzoi, the new game that's coming up, is going to be some serious competition for The Sims. It has the potential to provide everything The Sims is missing out right now. And people are taking notice. And it's so sad because people really love The Sims, no doubt about it. But they want more. We want better graphics. We want smoother gameplay. We want a real open world experience, not just this segmented, clunky thing that we've got. And we want multiplayer back. Yeah, you heard me correctly. The Sims used to have online multiplayer. In 2002, it wasn't perfect, but it was something. Why did they take that away? We want it back. And especially with today's technology, it could probably be way, way better than what it was back then. They could have kept building upon it. And let's not forget that My Sims, that quirky little offshoot, has now made its way to the Switch. And it started on the Nintendo DS and now it's back, with a whole new generation of players pretty much discovering it. But it begs the question, if they can innovate with My Sims, why can't they do the same with the main series? So yeah, EA and The Sims is really starting to slip. Fans are getting tired of the same old, and the new competitors are starting to pick up the steam. EA, are you listening? Fans want something fresh. We want something more. It's time to boss up, essentially, or somebody else is gonna take your place and do it better. You have an advantage right now. So thanks for listening to my rant. If you agree or disagree, drop a comment down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Pause for now, play forever. AK out.